What's up, my ponios? Andy with Tech Influence here, excited to go over this SSD Mac Mini enclosure here from the folks at Macally. There's a great way here to be able to add an M.2 NVMe SSD to your Mac Mini, up to 8 terabytes of 10 gigabits of high-speed performance. You've got 3 USB-A 2.0 ports with an SD card and a micro SD card port, allowing to output HDMI 4K 60 Hz and 3.5 millimeter jack, allowing you to have multiple displays. It's got a premium aluminum design and polycarbonate material that fits right underneath your Mac Mini so that you can optimize your streaming, your content creation, or your everyday usage. With that said, the folks at Macally did provide us to be complimentary and sponsored this video. Down below in the links in the description will be the product pricing and availability. Check that out here as it does help with the channel. Let's go to unbox this, demonstrate it, and show you what you're getting yourself into. I've got an Intel M.2 SSD drive, which we will be installing. Let's go and unbox it here first, showing you off this premium aluminum chassis and high quality design. As you can see here, you have a little divot here for your power button, which is kind of sleek. And then the unit itself does fit underneath the Mac Mini. You've got this nice silicone edge and chamfer that will sit right underneath the Mac Mini, allowing for airflow and heat distribution. You have USB-A's on the front with your SD cards. And then on the back, you've got your 4K 60 Hertz, your USB-C port to plug into, and an extra port on the back as well. I like how it's got high quality audio mic, so you can use it for gaming, streaming, making content, you name it. And then on the bottom here is where the SSD enclosure is to be able to install. Comes with a thermal pad, it comes with screws as well as a premium braided cable to be able to give you that 10 megabits of transfer speeds. Unscrewing it is very straightforward. The cap itself is aluminum as well. And placing it in here, you can see that you've got 4 different sizes from the 2230 all the way to 2280, which is my size here as well. You place the mount in there first. It just slides right in. Then you're gonna press fit the M.2 drive into the NVMe slot. And then you've got your screw, which will lock it into place, holding it there in place for you to be able to have. And then we're gonna place the thermal pad, place it right on top of your NVMe drive, and peeling off the plastic where you make contact. Place the lid back in, returning the screw there, completing the enclosure. All right, guys, we have the Mac Mini SSD NVMe hub connected here. You can see that it just looks really sleek with the Mac Mini or Mac Mini Pro M4. You can see that the aluminum design matches obviously the design language of the Apple Mac Mini. You can see it's got USB ports. We got SD cards we can go ahead and plug in. The micro SD card is plugged in. We can go and plug in the SD card. I've got my mouse and keyboard here. All right, showing you all the ports that are connected here to the hub. We obviously have room for the power button down here. We've got the USB cable plugged in down the bottom. I've got my 4K 60 Hz monitor that is my main monitor, and then this cable is going to be my 1080p 144 Hz display. We've obviously got the USB cable for my webcam, as well as the microphone and headphone jack for my headphones. And then on the front here, we've got the USB ports, as well as SD card and micro SD card. I've got these main hard drives that I still want to plug in to the front. The dock is not going to impede your ability to use all the other I/O here connected to the device. Okay, guys, this is my general workflow. You can see I've got my editing software here, as well as my file manager vertically aligned here. This is my 144 Hertz 1080p display. I've got my 4K 60 Hertz display. You can see here it's connected into both of them. You can see they're outputting 4K. This is outputting 144 Hertz at 1080p. If we wanted, it does have HDR compatibility. If I wanted to, we can output HDR, and you can see now I'm outputting 60 Hertz 4K HDR through the Macally, the SSD NVMe dock. Coming up closer, you can see we've got the M.2 drive. That's what I installed. This has a smorgasbord of footage and backups. I've got a bunch of footage here that I'm gonna go ahead and copy over. From my M.2 drive, we're gonna copy it over to my USB-C large capacity device. We're gonna paste it and show you how fast the speeds are here for transferring. It's about 5 gigabytes, and it is going so fast here. It's saying 9 minutes, but we're already halfway done. It is about 9 seconds nonetheless, being able to move over 5 terabytes, super fast being able to do that with this 10 gigabit gigabit transfer speeds. All right, I've got this 15 gigabyte file here on my desktop. Let's move it over to my large capacity hard drive. Let's see how fast that 10 gigabit speeds are for 15 gigabytes here, moving from the internal hard drive over to the SSD. 2 minutes. That's so quick for 15 gigabytes. High quality audio, expandable hard drive, SSD and micro SD integration, super fast speeds, and ability to have a bunch of peripherals, including a high quality, high definition 1080p webcam that's integrated with any of the Zoom calls, meetings, or FaceTime that you want to use for it. Very, very impressive little hub. With that said, I'm very pleased with the outcome. The read-write speeds are fantastic. Having an M.2 drive is terrific, up to 8 terabytes. 10 gigabits of speeds are great, especially if you're dumping data like I am for making content and editing. This just is nice to be able to have a dedicated keyboard and mouse if that's something you're interested in. With that said, the folks at Macally provide this to be complimentary and sponsor this video. Down below in the links in the description will be the product pricing and availability. Check that out here as it helps the channel. Thanks for watching. Andy with Tech Influence. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.